Rolling with the homies. Thank you for tuning in to Trolling with Gwen, honey, where you know we're going to talk a little bit about politics, a little bit about gossip, but honey, a whole lot of bullshit. And on this episode, the cow shit is rolling. Okay? First and foremost on the chopping block. Everybody knows, anybody who knows me knows that I love black people. I love black excellence. But I also love a little bit of ratchet to put in between that bitch too. So first on the list is none other than my hometown, Duval. We done made headlines all over the internet where a young lady in her prom dress, and you know, I love the charm, but the prom dress was ugly. But the young lady took a prom picture with, I think, her boyfriend or twin brother, whomever. Anywho, took a picture and had guns. We're gonna put the picture right here. Guns, machine guns in her picture. Now, whoever put the picture on there said that the guns were you know, registered and all that. That's fine, that's fine. So apparently, after this picture went viral, the young lady done lost her scholarship, allegedly, and she's been expelled from school. Now, the individual who started this rumor, because we don't know whether or not it's true, is a young lady named, should I say her name? Stormy Rebel. And she can see me about it. Anywho, this hoe done put up on Facebook that this is her niece, and she done lost her scholarship, and she done got expelled from school. Ain't nobody saying shit. Now, I'm nosy, so I inboxed the little girl and was like, sis, did you lose your scholarship? I ain't inboxed it, but I wrote on her page. Did you lose your scholarship? Like, what's going on? Because apparently she's a straight A student, you know? And I would hate for something of this nature, which even though it was ratchet and ghetto, it's not worthy, in my honest opinion, of her losing her scholarship and being expelled from school. Like, this is her entire life that's gonna be ruined over a picture. Now, let me tell you something. We already know I'm about to get into it because white people get away with a lot of shit. And I done seen their asses take pictures. Kyle Rittenhouse ain't get kicked. Did he get kicked out of school?
What?
He did. And he done fucked around and killed somebody. All she did was take a picture. She ain't threaten nobody. She ain't tell nobody she was gonna blow their head off. None of this. But allegedly.
Right.
Now, if it's a lie, Stormy told it. I'm just reporting the news. Okay? I'm just trying to report the news. Okay? Allegedly, Stormy Rebel done said this girl was her niece. And she done lost her scholarship. Now, I'm going to call TSU. I'm going to call TSU on Monday and ask. Because if she did lose her scholarship, we need to be raising money for her. I mean, she's made a horrible mistake. She's 18 years old. Her frontal lobe ain't even right yet. Hell, it's 35-year-olds. Their frontal lobe is fucked up. Hers apparently isn't. She's an 18-year-old straight A student. I do not believe that the punishment fits the crime. And if it is a lie, somebody need to beat Stormy ass. Because she was just on the internet the other day talking about she don't let her daughters date ghetto boys with dreads and shit in her hair. Gold chains and gold teeth, and y'all churn do this and y'all churn. And look at the pot calling the kettle black. Now, if this is your auntie, or your niece, if you are the auntie. Allegedly. You allegedly need your ass whooped. So she done talked all this shit on the internet about young black boys and was the first one to post this picture and be like, this my niece, she look good, da, 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 da. You know, just stupid. She sounds stupid. She reminds me of Tito Jackson. The hair, the nose, the lips, all of this. You know what I mean? I'm sick of it. I am all for black excellence, and we should know, especially if kids, I don't know what side of town she live on in Jacksonville. I'm from Jacksonville, so I know there's a great part of the city that's ratchet, and I still love y'all. But that's the truth, and y'all know it. Pearl Street, anybody familiar with that? Anyway, I hope that this is a rumor. I hope that this is a rumor. I hope that this young lady's life has not been ruined, because like I said, I've seen numerous of white kids on the internet with guns. And again, the crime damn sure don't fit the punishment. And if it's a lie, Stormy, they're gonna be on your ass. Next on the chopping block. Now, congratulations to all of the men in the NFL draft, but I have to tell y'all something. The NFL draft looked like Sunken Place University. These niggas ain't ever gonna learn. Apparently, they haven't seen what's happened in Miami. What's the guy's name in Miami who got killed by the white girl? Anyways, you know, we talked about this in the last show. Basically, a young black man who hated black women, and he was an African, I guess, and got killed by the white girl. And sis ain't got a charge yet. Ain't been in jail now. If I was a black man, I'd be scared to touch any kind of snow bunnies. Scared, and they was not scared. They was on the draft like this, hugged up. I'm a wide receiver. My baby's a white. Listen, y'all better hurry up with this male abortion pill. Y'all had better hurry up with this male abortion pill. I can guarantee you these hoes gonna be pregnant next week. I'm gonna get off of that because next on the chopping block, Ukraine still getting their asses whooped. But here is the thing. This is the problem that I have. The problem that I have with the whole fiasco in Ukraine. First of all, it does affect us because Russia, of course, is the #1 wheat producer in the world. And if you have not noticed at Walmart, it's been a little bare. So you niggas better go and get you some canned goods and be prepared.
And it's expensive too.
A can to $1.50 now. Who's that? Anyways, they need to hurry this shit up. Ukraine needs to go ahead and give their shit back to Russia or hurry up and beat Russia. I don't think they're going to beat Russia. I'm going to be real honest. Putin's Punani is all over Ukraine. Like, they've been blowing that shit to smithereens. Anyways, the point that I'm getting to is, from the United States point of view, I am furious at Biden. Furious! I almost called him the N-word. This nigga, done talking about he going to Congress and about to ask these people for $30 billion to send over to Ukraine. Black people over here looking like, you just told us you ain't had no money for reparations. We can't get reparations, but you sending money to Ukraine. And Ukrainians are well-known racists. Like, if you go to do, like, work with them, volunteer work, like with the UN, it says in the manual. I wish I could find the manual. I'm going to try to find it somewhere. They use the N-word. And basically, don't be offended because that's just a part of their culture. I wish a Ukrainian would. Okay? All fronts, gone. I'm talking Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's that. I just be reporting the news sometimes. So my last little current event, if anybody has been following the news, okay, so it's a lot of people in the world who still believe racism is a myth. Let me show you how it's alive and well. So there is a small town in Tennessee. Let me see if I can find the name of it real quick. Anywho. So small town in Tennessee, and all of the leaders there in Tennessee are black individuals. So it's a town that is predominantly black ran. It's ran by black people, okay? So of course, you know, in these little bitty towns, you know, it's pretty much impoverished in most places. So there is a plant that's going to be put there, I want to say by GMC. Now, this plant is going to produce hundreds of thousands of jobs. Now, in order to get to this plant, you got to drive through this black city. Okay? Spring Hill, goddamn Tennessee, y'all better stand up and not let these white folks take that money from y'all. If they're putting a plant there, y'all should be the first ones to bear the benefits of that plant. So what they're trying to basically do is bully these people so that they don't reap any benefits of the plant. If you don't think racism is alive and well, you got to be Helen Keller, blind and deaf. And you know, shout out to Helen Keller. She was very smart, but the bitch couldn't hear or see. And apparently these niggas in the U.S. today, they don't feel like racism is still alive. If this right here is not a clear indication, I know you took portable classes in high school, and that's why you don't understand, okay? So that's all for my current events. You niggas need to get it together. I hope this little girl hadn't lost her scholarship. Stormy Rebel, if this is a lie, you need your ass whooped. NFL draft, come on, let's see a little more melanin. Ukraine, anyways, this is not about Ukraine, but anyways, Tennessee, get it together. Now, trolleys, you know when I put on my glasses, this is when the bullshit really can begin. And baby, it's some bullshit today. Because I'm tired of you niggas fucking with us fat women. I got something for y'all today. I am too tired. Okay, so this is about to go into chronological events because I had to set the stage for some bullshit that then took over for the last 3-4 days, including the Bethune-Cookman concert chorale. Okay, we're gonna start from the beginning. So first and foremost on the chop block, anybody who knows me knows I cannot stand Kevin Samuels. My question, my conundrum is, how do men take advice from a man whose farts sound like ooh? Explain that. Now, I could probably be accepting of him giving women advice on how to date men because I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that's really what he did. In a culmination of 5 years, he has not been married and he does not have a relationship with his child. So I really don't understand how he gets on his platforms to talk about women, especially black women. Now, the latest foolery that he has put us in is saying that women over 35 are leftovers. Now, he gets this ridiculous ideology from the Chinese government. Anybody who has any kind of sense about history knows that China has not allowed their people, I think from 1980 up until maybe about 2 years ago, to have more than one child. And if it was a female child, return to sender. So now there's like a 3 to 4% population of more men than women. So that's where he gets that entire ideology from. But that's definitely not the case in the United States here, especially amongst black people. There are way more men, there are way more women than there are men, especially when you take out married men, incarcerated men, and gay men. That leaves us ratio maybe 1 to 40. I just made that number up, allegedly, okay? He has said that women, and he says a lot of disgusting things about women, and a lot of women take what he says to heart. I don't, because he has had failed marriages, and I think the brother is down low. Let's just be honest. So I take everything he says as a grain of salt, but I never miss an opportunity to roast him. So with that being said, I feel as though a lot of women take what he says to heart, which causes more pressure on women. We're already being pressured to be size 2s. We're already pressured to be being married. We're already pressured into making sure we're great as far as education is concerned. And then as soon as we get an education, y'all don't want women with an education. You think because you got a degree, you're better than... Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? I hate that, especially for women. I think, again, like I've stated before, most of the women that call his show either have low self-esteem, are slow, and have no man in their life that is there for them. There's no way on God's green earth that you are calling this man's show for advice and you got common sense from a man. Anybody, you ain't got no cousins, no brothers, no uncles. God damn it. Making me tear up my set. So there's so much pressure on women to be perfect that we're going to these heavy and crazy extremes to be perfect, to look perfect, to have the perfect breast, to have the perfect butt. Now me per se, I got a prosthetic, I got a little gut, but guess what? If you don't like my stisha, if you don't like me and prosthesia, and if you don't like my gut, baby, you ain't got to lick nothing over here. I'm not finna go get no BBL. I'm not finna do none of that shit. I love me the way I am, and I wish a lot of women would do the same. Now, I'm not knocking nobody. If you feel like you need a BBL and you tired of your gut, that's your business. But you do it because of you. Not because somebody asked you to do it or you want to look like somebody else. That is such a travesty. And if you're going to do this, please make sure you go through therapy. Because if you got low self-esteem at 240, bitch, you gonna have low self-esteem at 180. A BBL ain't gonna change it. So women are flocking to places like Colombia, Dominican Republic to have these procedures done and dying. Okay, one of my Facebook friends, I want to say maybe about 1.5 years ago, died. So there is a surgeon in Dominican Republic, and y'all need to stop going there. Hold on, clean glasses. Woo! So there's this doctor named Dr. Desani, it's something like that. Anyways, his name should be Dr. Kevorkian. This is picture right here. This nigga look like a serial killer. Like, y'all need to stop going to him. This nigga I know that killed almost 7 people. The latest was, I already said this, right? The latest was a grandmother of 4. Dead as fuck. Like, BBL burial, like in the ground, casket closed, titties perky, dead. You keep fucking people up, and y'all keep going down there. Now, my suggestion: if you want a BBL for you, do it for you. If you want a BBL, save up a little extra money. If you gotta sell a little coochie, if you gotta start OnlyFans, if you gotta sell some cans, get that money and get your shit done over here in the United States of A. That way, not only can you sue them, you'll be right here with medical care. So, one of the young ladies, and I'm not gonna say her name, but there was a video of the girls in the recovery house. Anybody who knows BBL stuff, there is a recovery house that you go to where you got these women who take care of you, you know, help do the lymphatic drainage where you like push the fluid and stuff out. Yes, I look like I need a BBL. Anyways, they push out the drainage, the fluid and all this stuff. Make sure you get all the extra excess fluid out. And then make sure you got your pain medicine. Then make sure they give you good food, blah, 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 blah. So all of this is over in DR. I mean, they have some here too. Now, my advice is if you go over there, you come back. If you make it back, you come back in, you get recovered here. Anywho. And the young ladies in the house, in my honest opinion, are helping to cover up murder. Two is, oh, they took medicine that we didn't give them and they haven't been eating and that's why they dying. Stop taking y'all asses over there. Save some extra money up. Get your BBLs and stuff over here. Go to the gym. Eat a little bit better. Whatever. I know I'm fat. That's fine. It's fine with me. But if it's not fine with you, get your stuff over here. Over here. Over, like here. Do not let Dasani, because he looked like a water bottle head ass nigga. Do not let Dasani keep killing our sisters. Stop it. Y'all are beautiful. Like, okay? As women, we are under so much pressure. Pressure not to have stomachs. Pressure to not do this. Now they mad at our eyelashes. I'm not going to stop wearing no eyelashes. I'm going to just let y'all know up front. We can't wear weave. We can't wear eyelashes. We can't do none of this stuff. Nothing. White women been getting nose jobs and breast implants as long as I can fucking remember. And you ain't never time seen a white man get on the internet and say he hated. So leave people alone. Let them do what they want to do. So the tragedy that recently unfolded a couple days ago. Shout out to the Bethune-Cookman Concert Chorale, who royally roasted somebody for 3 days. Now, what did the post say? Can we put a picture up of the post? Sure, okay. Let me show you the post. It was the who's sucking whose titties over here audacity for me. Now we gonna blur out his face, but we just gonna show his body. This who said it. This who reposted it. Oh my God. So I took the liberty of drawing a 6-pack and some pecs on this motherfucker. Yes. Oh my God. Sir, I love you to death. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want him to be shamed. And he already shamed because we roasted his ass for 3. But I love you to death, but my nigga, you got a belly too. You got titties. Like, your shit giving me a run for my money. You got a couple chins. You should not be talking about nobody's belly. Don't be just reposting shit trying to be funny. Shit really hit the fan. He wanted to try to shame people with bellies like myself in public, but then when we roasted his ass, he wanted to talk in private. No, we gonna shame you where you show out. So I'm gonna have these people on my show in the after show. Oh Jesus. So shout out to Aaron Bailey, whom from this entire fiasco has created a line that states, "Mind your own belly." Cause if you fat, don't you dare go talk about nobody else who fat. I got one leg. I may talk about somebody who knocked me because I'm all right with my roasting skills. So if you knock me, I probably shouldn't be talking about your knock knees because I got one leg, but I already know my lane. This nigga obviously didn't. And when I tell you, he wrote, let me tell you, okay, so the story is he put the post up, we roasted him, he started unfriending and blocking people, myself included.
You deserved it.
On the 3rd day, and he didn't even block me, so I was like, I don't even know how. I don't even know how I ain't get blocked. That's the main one. So, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? On the 3rd day, Lazarus rose up and started refriending people and unblocking people. And guess what? Most of the people was like, I'm good, actually. So we probably gonna have. Oh, I said his name. We probably gonna have him on the show. If he come, hopefully he comes on the show, because I just want to say he's proud of himself as a chubby man. You know, he a little thick and he a little juicy from the PJs. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta be careful. You got to be careful. You can't talk about people. And that type of rhetoric is why we have women going to other countries trying to be slim and trim and fine, because people cannot appreciate their bodies because of the scrutiny that other people put them under. And I'm gonna tell you what, he deserved all of that roast. They roasted his ass like a rotisserie chicken. And he deserved. Now, anybody who's went to Bethune Cookman University knows that there's always been a little rivalry between the concert chorale, that's us, and the band. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: the heat was so hot. The band ain't want no goddamn smoke. Do you hear me? He said, what? Hold my motherfucking roll. And we proceeded to go in on that ass. And we want to tell y'all that we love people. Love yourselves however you are. If you want to go get a BBL, go get a BBL. But don't let it be because a nigga that's got titties felt the need to shame you about your stomach when his shit probably bigger than yours. Okay? This is all love for all of my sisters, especially my black sisters. If you want to, like I said, if you want to get your BBLs, go get them. But make sure before you go get that fat transfer, you have already gotten therapy and you know already how to love yourself. Okay? I need to make sure y'all tune in to the after show, because we're going to talk to Aaron, the individual whose post went viral, a little viral, and who started the 3-day roast. And when Lazarus decided to come back on the 3rd day and address everybody, the damage was already done. It has been real. I love y'all. Thank you again for tuning in to Trolling with Gwen. Rolling with the homies.